Hello everybody and welcome back to Teresa's Corner. I am Teresa Ruiz and I want to show you something. So it's been a week ago since my birthday. I worked on Sunday, but I'm still receiving gifts. I just received this bouquet from my husband and these two orchids. Right now you can't see the blooms, but I will show you. You might be able to tell because you can see the tip, but it is new to my collection. Actually, these two are new to my collection, so I'm very excited. You can also see down here all the anasmums I received just last week, so I'll be repotting those today. But I just wanted to share this with you. So years ago when I was young, I used to celebrate the entire month of September. It used to be, you know, September was my birth month, so every weekend I would go out and celebrate my birthday. And now, well, I don't really celebrate it anymore. I'm at that age where I don't want people to even know that it's my birthday. But receiving gifts a week later after my birthday is still a nice thing, and it's a nice feeling. So I don't mind sharing this with you guys, but yeah, let's get into it. Yes, what you see there is a Cycopsis. I'm very excited because I don't own one. This is my first one in my collection, and it's beautiful. My husband ended up going to Orange County this weekend. I decided not to go. This is my first weekend off, and who knows how long. And it will be my only weekend off for another few weeks. So I just wanted to stay home and clean my orchid house, relax, drink some wine, you know, the usual. But yeah, he came back with a Cycopsis. This one in particular is the Cycopsis Mariposa Green Valley, and it is beautiful and it's in bloom. Let me show you the foliage. Look at that foliage, beautiful. It has some nice roots. So I'm very excited about this one. 3 nice bulbs. Okay, I also received this Oncenium. So this is the Hilo Ablaze, and look at this one, you guys. Look at the bulbs on this one. I'm gonna have to repot soon, but I mean, I see a few new growths on it. It comes in, what is this, a 4-inch pot? And I mean, it's so heavy. Look at this, because of all the new bulbs that it's grown. You see this new growth here? This is new. So I should be able to repot soon. And then there is a new new growth there growing out of this bulb here. And I believe I saw a third one. I might be wrong, but I mean, look at it, you guys. It's beautiful. I'm very happy. I'm very pleased. I'm very blessed to have a husband who supports my hobby here, because it can be expensive. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and start repotting some of the anasmums. They're a little dry. I have been watering them. Pretty soon I'm gonna have to stop watering, if I'm not mistaken. For those of you who do have anasmums, please do let me know. I am new at caring for these, but I noticed I accidentally knocked one over, right? And I put it in here, a little bit of water, just some rocks, right? And I set it in my greenhouse. These actually have been sitting on my dining table this whole time, just because I didn't want to put them in my greenhouse and run the risk of dropping my dish. So they've been sitting on my table and they've been doing good. I've been watering them. I've only watered them twice because they were dry. I noticed that the keiki here, the roots are drying. I don't think I believe that the humidity was a lot higher where they were kept before they arrived to me. My humidity has been pretty low because I've been forgetting to turn my humidifier on right before I go to work. So it has been a little dry in there, and I think the roots are not liking it. They're not enjoying it. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove, actually I'm gonna go ahead and remove a few keikis, and I'm gonna set them in those little red cups I have and set them with my seedlings, and hopefully they do good. I will not be repotting all of them just because I don't have enough pots, but some of the doubles I'm gonna pot them in one pot, and I'm just gonna, you know, make one pot out of them. So let's get started. Okay, so the one I knocked over was the Dendrobium Nestor cross with the Asdatra cross with Nestor. And then, if I'm not mistaken, I had a second one, which is the same orchid here I have. So the first pot came with this and the keiki, and then let's see how this one looks. So, okay, so it comes out in moss, which that's what I'm going to use to repot mine. I'm going to repot them in moss. So you can see they have pretty good root system. The moss looks pretty good. It doesn't smell or anything. It looks pretty good overall. Really good root systems. You can see here it has, can you guys see? So this is the older cane here. It completely fell apart. But it has a keiki. I don't know if it's gonna survive. The cane was pretty much, it was gone. There's nothing left there. So we'll see what we can do with that. But it looks like this is a keiki. Oh, looks like this is how they were propagated from a cane. So then there's a keiki there and there's a keiki here. Okay, so I might just remove them from the cane so that I can pot them evenly at the, you know, so that one's not hanging out too much. And then it looks like this was another propagation, because you can see here there is a new growth coming there. And look, looks like this is another cane with another one there. So I'm definitely going to just pot all of these in one, maybe two pots, just so they're not crowded. I've heard that they grow really fast. These are some of the older canes with the older, I guess that's a plug there. Definitely going to just pot them. I don't know, maybe two pots. So I was thinking of using these bottles so I can hang them, but I don't know, they might outgrow it right away. Definitely gonna keep this keiki potted. The roots started drying out pretty bad. Oh, look at that. This keiki here broke off pretty easily. I think I'm going to detach this one just because I don't want to, like I said, I want to be able to pot it. Oh, that was easy. So I think what I'm going to do is that I'm going to pot these smaller ones in one pot, and then pot these 3 in a larger pot. They are larger. I'll probably stake them so I can keep them in my greenhouse. I love how they look when they, you know, they all fall down and they're draping down and they're full of blooms, kind of like this. I don't think I can do that because I don't have that much room. Slowly outgrowing my greenhouse, you guys. I had a shelf back when that has been in storage this whole time, and I finally took it out. I told my husband I'm going to put it in my living room. So I will be growing some more orchids in my living room. I'm trying to decide. I don't have that many pots right now. Okay, so I don't know if this baby here is going to make it. It has a new growth there and here. It's one of the smaller pieces, so I'm definitely going to pot it in this little red cup. And the keiki came off pretty easily. I'm going to repot in just the regular 2-inch pot that it came in. And then, most likely, I will use one of these. Well, we'll use the clean one to pot all the other ones and just make one huge plant out of it. So, the moss that it came in looks pretty good. So I'm just gonna, for these smaller ones, I'm just gonna use that moss. See, it's a tiny little one. I've already named it. Oops, kinda end dated it for today, September 26th. So I know exactly when I potted it and how it does. So I'm using the bottom moss, the one that doesn't have any of the algae. Hopefully it'll be fine. I don't know, there was really no roots on this one. I'm trying not to pack it, trying to keep it airy. What is it, Emma? Emma's in the back, she heard our neighbor's dog. You hear the neighbor's baby? Yeah, you hear the neighbor's baby, Emma. Oh, good girl. See? There. And I'm going to set this one with my seedlings. So this, what you see here, is just some water with some fertilizer. I added a few drops of calcium. These are some long roots. I'm going to have to leave it soaking just a little longer till the roots softened. But, I mean, I pulled all of them, including the keiki I wanted to soak. Okay, so I'm thinking that if I pot all these, alright, I should be able to pot them like this and stake them. 3, 4, maybe those 3 and these 2 separate because they are almost the same size. These 3 should be good. I hope I don't regret this decision of potting all these together. What do you guys think? And of course, I'm going to leave it airy. Oh no, I think I need a smaller pot, you guys. I think I'm going to use this one here. Some of that has too much algae. Alright, that I'm not using. That was the old one. I'm using the new one here. These are the 2 similar size. I hope. So I'm not going to fill it up with moss all the way up. I'm just going to fill it around. Oh no! I saw a tiny little red spider, you guys. Oh good. Alright, so I'm just going to fill around. The reason why I'm doing this, maybe I'm wrong doing this, but I want these to grow upwards. I don't want them to grow down. Not right now. I don't have the space. Not until I have a larger place. So maybe I'm wrong in doing this. What do you guys think? Please, if you think that I'm doing this wrong or that I might damage these plants in the long run, let me know and I will remove it from the setup. I actually do listen to you guys when you guys give me tips, and I do take your suggestions into considerations. A lot of times I do end up making the changes just because after a week or 2 I noticed that you guys were right. Okay, this is all trash, you know, and that's what I'm saying. I'm going to try this temporarily, just moss, just like this, see how it does. Hopefully they keep growing upwards and hopefully they do good. I don't get suffocated in there. I'm just using moss. It's not that much. There's quite a few air pockets in there. I'm pushing a little bit of the moss, but I'm not compacting it. So I have these large tweezers. Alright, so I'm going to leave it like that. Just a little more. Let me know what you guys think. I don't know what to do with the other ones, you guys. I really don't. Alright. This is the keiki that I removed from the mother plant. As you can see, it's already growing kind of sideways. I don't want that. So let's see if I can correct that. And I'm only using moss for these. I've heard moss is really... I've done some research on these, and it turns out moss is a great media for these. Should be fine. Pretty soon I'm gonna have to stop watering these, or at least cut down on the watering, so it should be fine. Alright, so I was able to keep it upright. I might stake it with a tiny little stake, but I'm gonna have to make a temporary tag for it, but for now I'm gonna keep this one here. Now, what to do about these three, you guys? I feel like the one pot size I have is too large, and the little bottles I've recycled are a little too small. I don't have anything else. I might just pot it in one of these larger ones that use a little bit of moss just to keep it until I get some more in the mail. And I'm just gonna end up leaving those like that until, you know, for a few days or so. So I'll continue repotting in a few days. For now, I'm gonna leave these like this. Actually, I'm just gonna use this cup, leave them like that. And when I received my new pots, I knew this was a bad idea, repotting without actually having pots. But I just couldn't keep these in my living room anymore, my dining table, because they're just gonna die. So it's actually not that bad, right? What do you guys think? My husband told me today that I can be stingy when it comes to buying some of the orchids that I want, and I told him that I'm not stingy when it comes to buying orchids. There are times that I'm gone a few months at a time, right? And I don't want to buy a full-size grown, you know, like a flowering size orchid and then be gone for like 3-4 months at a time and come back and find out that my orchid or my plant has died. My husband does a pretty good job about watering them, and he actually, last time I was gone for a while, he watered my Musicyoutube that I loved, my very first one. He watered it. He actually did a really good job. I came back and it had tons of new growths. It actually had like 5 at one point. It was me who killed it. Can you believe it? So he does a pretty good job. But I'd rather have them and grow them from, you know, a young plant. And that way if it dies when I'm gone, I'm not so upset about it. But it is what it is. That's why I like buying the larger packets, you know, the packets from, or the boxes from Carmela, because they send you young plants. They send you a lot of young plants. Of course, I can always go and buy the full size or the flowering size orchids, and I don't have a problem with that. Like I said, I don't like when my plants die. Alright, so you see that there? Alright, so I'm going to leave it like this for a few days. I will continue the repot in a few days. Till then, you guys.